Good morning, my name is Vivian Olaja, and I need today tell about the social networks. When they emerged, the best networks in the most used social networks. What is the social networks for? The advance and defense, among others.
The University Santa Tomás, the social networks presented by Vivian Olacho. What are social networks? The social networks are the structures formed on the internet by people or organizations that connect based on common interests or values. Through the relation between individuals or companies are created with virtual or physical limits. The social networks in the virtual world are cities on applications that operate at different levels, such as professional relations, amongst others, but always allowing the information between people and or companies. When we talk about the social network, what comes to mind in the first place are the sites like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, or applications like Snap and Instagram, typical of today. When they arose, in the considered by many to be the first modern social networks, since it allowed users to have a profile and add other participants in a format similar to what we know today. At the beginning of the millennium, past and a user international began to emerge. Friendster, MySpace, or and Hi-Fi are some examples of illustrated signs in the period. Many of the most popular social networks today are emerged at that time, such as LinkedIn and Facebook. Types of networks. Social networks can be classified in two types: horizontal or generic social networks and vertical social networks. The horizontal or generic social networks, they are those networks that do not have a specific theme, but rather target in types of users, for example, Facebook and Twitter. Vertical social networks, they are those networks that connect people with specific interests in common, such as music, hobby, or sport. For example, Instagram. And the most used social network is in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, WhatsApp, Snap, Pinterest, Messenger, and YouTube. For what are the social networks good for? Um, One, community and state. In many of these, users can share images, videos, documents, opinions, and information. Two, maintain or establish contact. They allow you communicate with friends, family, make new friends, pin up partner, and establish work or professional relation. Three, inform. The circulation in the networks is managed that allows the user to stay informed about important events or topics of interest. For entertainment, these networks function as great source of entertainment and relation. Eh, 5. Sell or buy. Many social networks have been used as channels of purchase and self-go service on different platforms. Is the characters. They are my own virtual community, my civic communities that spread through the planet. They can be used from computer tables or mobile devices. They are free to access, although many of the overgrade functionalities is in charge for a monthly or annual payment. They provide information in the real time. They allow users to create a profile within the network. Advantages of the social networks. Social networks have serious advantages or benefits, which have allowed them to consolidate as one the proposition within the web are immediate. Diffusing in real time the information, videos, images, and options that are shared are the usually public and can be combined and used. They are massive. They are cultural barriers with the profits to the population. They short distance. They allow you to communicate with friends, family, and use regardless or gravitational distance. Increase the visibility of brands. Advertising and the creation of corporate and brand profiles have made networks and new marketing. It is the worst channel for learning, entertainment, and information. Allows information sharing. It allows you share files instantly and easily, documents, music, photos, and videos. Negative aspects of social networks. The social networks have some negative aspects that every user must fight against. Cyberbullying is it is one of the main risks that occur when an individual or group harbors through insults or other forms. Romance it is also called pedophile and deception in consists of the harassment of the adults towards minors. The fake news it is the false information that circulates in messages in the forms throughout the internet. Indiscriminate access to sensitive content, they are content of sexual or violent nature, which is often inappropriate. Abuse in the usage of social networks, it less allows contact with the tangible world and leads to addiction. The visually of information it is mostly reproduced information. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you for your attention, and I hope it will have been of the great interest. Bye.